Hey Pisces, what's up? It's your witch Rebecca here. We have tea, we have tarot, we have a cat, we have Anthony. We're all here. Join the party. All right. So, this is a reading for you for your love area. If you don't know how this works, feel free to check out the description box below. Be sure to like, hit, and subscribe, and hit the bell button. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. Okay. So give me just a second here, Pisces. I'm going to tap in, kind of hear what I hear, see what I see, and feel what I feel here. So this is your past, present, future energies. So, and this is your overall energy of the reading. So for your overall energy of your reading, you have the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Wands. So I feel like you're feeling very defensive about your resources, about the prizes you have, about the money you've earned. You know, you're stacked up, right? So I feel like there's something in here that you're like, you know, get away, back away. This is mine. I earned this, right? In your past, you have the Ace of Wands, the Fool, and the Three of Cups. So you had an opportunity here to be very passionate, to engage in like this lusty sort of thing. I feel like you maybe had multiple relationships in your past. Maybe you were a multiple monogamist, or maybe you're dealing with someone who is a multiple monogamist. Maybe this is their energy, but I don't feel like that is. I feel like this is you. This is the energy you had in the past. And I feel like you're walking away from that sort of serial monogamy, or like maybe you were kind of a player a little bit. Maybe you didn't really know what you wanted. And now an opportunity has presented itself where I think you do know exactly what you want. But the devil energy is attached to it. It's a golden opportunity, but the devil energy is still here, keeping you chained and bound to this sort of player-like energy, even though, like, you know, you maybe not have been a player, but maybe you kind of lily pad hopped from one relationship to the next, this person to this person. Oh, now a few weeks later you met someone new. Oh, that only lasted a few months. Now you're with somebody else. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a pattern in maybe codependency. Maybe you didn't want to be alone, but there's a golden opportunity in that for it to end. So that devil energy that's attached, where you're clinging to partnerships from wounds, from not wanting to be alone, from fear of abandonment, that's, you know, that's coming to an end, because in your future energies, things change. In your future energies, what you started out with an Ace of Wands, passionate new beginnings, kind of maybe lustful energy, you're kind of like, you kind of crown that. And what I mean by that, you kind of conquer it, right? And by conquering that pattern, by conquering that sort of, you know, player way, if you want to call it that, brings in a true love source, brings in a true love that you can really call your own, you know, and it brings in a partnership, but it also signals choices around that partnership. I feel like there's also this, you know, maybe you have found someone and you don't know exactly what to do with them, right? And I feel like you really need to be careful You need to be very careful about really paying attention to what exactly your truth is. You know, really paying attention to, is this a pattern? Is this person just someone that I will settle for? Or am I just tricking myself into thinking that they're the one, they're the end all be all, the girl or man of my dreams, sort of thing. Because you don't want to engage in codependency anymore. That much is clear. You know, it's brought you a lot of pain. It's brought you a lot of addictive-like tendencies, maybe. You know, maybe you're almost addicted to relationships the way you'd be addicted to a drug. But, you know, that's definitely wanting to come to an end. So, let's clarify, shall we? So, clarifying the Fool, the Ace of Wands in there, the Three of Cups and your past energies. Okay, so we get the Ace of Wands again, we get the Emperor and the Eight of Wands. So communication about your passions, and again, that king-like energy. So this is telling me that you need to pay attention to your third eye, pay attention to what the universe is telling you. There are signs the universe is communicating with you about, you know, you knowing that you need to stop bouncing from one relationship to another. You need to focus on yourself. You know, maybe even be single on your throne for a minute. You know, maybe you don't need a king or queen right now. King or queens didn't really show up in this except for with you. And you need to not be defensive about the notches on your belt, about the conquests you may have had in there. I know some of you guys may not like that. Some of you guys maybe don't like me calling you out on maybe some player ways that you've had, but let me tell you something. I'm not that tarot reader that's telling you how shitty or bad your relationships are or have been. This is me just calling the cards like I see them. So, and if you don't like it, you can always swipe left. It's okay. So, anyway, you need to communicate about who you are. And I think you need to be single for a minute. I think you need to find out who that Emperor is in there, or that Empress is. And I got to tell you, you know, story time for you. Tea time. There was a time in my life where I kind of was lily pad hopping from one relationship to the next. I would be with one guy for 5-6 months, and then I would be with another guy maybe a month later for 4 months, and then that didn't work out. And then, you know, I was with someone else for 2 months, and that didn't work out. You know, so I've been there. I've done that. So the thing that you need to understand about that is that it is a pattern that is just trying to communicate something to you. That's all it is. No judgment. No judgment. No negative speak to yourself about that. It's a pattern. It's a pattern that's meant to teach you something. So, and typically it comes from a wound that we have unhealed that most likely started in childhood that you're trying to fulfill through a person instead of yourself. That's all it is. Okay? So, and it's okay to be alone. It's not okay, however, to treat others as expendable, or even to treat yourself as expendable to other people. Don't put yourself in a position to be used. Don't use other people. Now, keep in mind, this very well could be the energy of the other person that I am speaking about. So, if you're the person being used, you need to communicate how you want to stand on your own. Find your courage. The Ace of Wands is also very much a card about courage. Yes. So, basically, the cards and your current energies just up the stakes. So, you get the Death card, the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Swords, clarifying your current energies here. So what needs to die is that devil energy that's attached to you. And that devil energy is basically that pattern and that wound. That wound may never go away, but you can hold it and carry it differently within you. You can, however, carry it and hold it differently so it does not hurt, harm yourself or other people. That is a very hard lesson to learn. Trust me, I know. So, that's what needs to die. Knight of Wands is you being firm in your boundaries and just saying, this is where I stand. And you're kind of doing it alone. Maybe you will be single for a while. Maybe you're going to be single for a while so that way these future energies of creating something new, being the king of yourself on your own fucking throne, brings in the love that you've always wanted. Sounds pretty damn great to me. You need to pay attention to the flags that you see. Hold your own flag high. Like, yes, this is me. Watch out for the red flags. Pay attention to what it is you truly want and need. Think about it. Think about it. Don't push it under the surface. Don't hide it. Don't bury it and suppress it down super low so that your other partners don't know about it. Even if you think they don't know about it, they most likely do. And, you know, that's just kind of how that ends up going. And then it becomes just people in a mess. Yeah. So you get the Four of Wands, which is usually a marriage card. In this card, it's more like a card of celebration, of happiness, of joy, party. Two of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So this is all sunshine, unicorns, and rainbows. Of course, that is exactly what we have here with the Lovers. And the Two of Wands, you're thinking about things, maybe travel a little bit when you can. Maybe do things and connect to the things that make you happy. Again, there's a lot of Wands energy up in here. Hold on to your staff, meaning hold on to your truth. Hold on to the things that make you passionate, that give you creativity, that make you feel alive. What is it that you like to do? You know, not necessarily about any partner, but what is it you like to do? Do you like to write? Write. Do you like to play music? Play more music. Do you want to travel the world again? Travel the world again. You can make plans, even if we can't necessarily travel right now. Make the plans. Do it. You know, celebrate who you are instead of who you think you are in relation to other people. You know what I'm saying there? Hopefully that's clear. All right, Pisces, let's close it off with a oracle card from the Self-Compassion deck. Write your own. Love it. Present moment. We all think happiness is something that will come later when conditions in our lives are better. For 5 breaths, let go of any thought about the future and see if there is happiness to be found in the present moment. And that's basically exactly what I was talking about with you exploring and needing to find the things that make you happy, the things that make you feel alive. I feel like that's really key for you this week. So that's what I recommend you do this week. Okay? And remember, your heart's not expendable to anyone else, nor is anyone else's heart expendable to you. So if you've been contemplating walking away from a partnership that just doesn't suit and being single for a while, I recommend you do that and you take that leap of faith. That Fool card was showing up here for a reason, okay? All right, Pisces, that's what I have for you. I hope this helps, and I will see you next week.